I think the civilization where I would least want to be caught breaking a law would be the Assyrian civilization. We divide Assyrian history into a couple different periods: the Old Assyrian period, the Middle Assyrian period, and the Neo-Assyrian period. We have a collection of laws from what we call the Middle Assyrian period, roughly around 1200 BCE or so. These laws have some very harsh punishments. Now, a lot of them are similar to ones you might hear from elsewhere, like an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. That expression shows up in the Bible as well. But these laws make it sound as if they were really going to do this to you. When you move into the Neo-Assyrian period, they talk a big game, and they talk about how they would punish criminals sometimes by impaling them on stakes or treating their prisoners of war very harshly, cutting off body parts, piling them up, torturing them, and so on. We think they would bring visiting emissaries from other countries into a certain hall and make them wait in this hall before they could go in and see the king or another Assyrian official. And in this hall, they would have carvings and reliefs of scenes from their battles where they are doing these very violent things to their enemies, again, cutting off body parts and killing them in very gruesome ways. We think the point was to scare the emissary from the foreign nation and prepare him emotionally and mentally for giving in to the Assyrian king or other high official when he met with them. Now, we don't know if the Assyrians were as brutal as they claimed to be. They remind me of the character in the movie The Princess Bride, whose name I think was something like the Dread Pirate Roberts. This pirate had a reputation for never taking any prisoners and killing everyone he captured. He had a reputation for being brutal and violent and not providing any mercy to anyone. But as we find out in the movie, it was just all talk, and that he could actually be kind and beneficent to people he captured. So with the Assyrians, they have a terrible reputation, and this comes through even in the Bible. They're talked about as a violent and brutal group of people. But I think it may have been a reputation they wanted to cultivate to scare their enemies into being more generous with them when they negotiated with them. And they probably practiced their laws and enforcement and their rules in the same way as other societies. But I wouldn't want to take a chance. So if I'm back in the ancient Middle East, the one place I don't want to get caught breaking a law would be in Assyria.